Questions are essential to discovery, but it's easy to get stuck and not know what to ask. The next time you're stumped, try asking one of these 6 questions. First, if you see something you don't recognize, ask, "What's that?" We want you to take a closer look at things. Make the unfamiliar become familiar. The second question is, what's the evidence for that? Get used to asking this question often because it's very powerful. We want truths to be quantified in data, with good statistics, and experiments to be benchmarked against controls. If you're making an observation and you record an experimental result, it really only becomes meaningful when we can compare that against a control. And it really becomes meaningful when we can make a statistically significant difference between that experiment and control. The third question is, what's that there for? Kind of a funny question, but if you see something that looks out of place, maybe it has a special purpose or function, or it might help you to recognize a pattern. The fourth question is, how does that work? If A goes to B by some process, we wonder whether we can break that down into a bunch of simple steps. The pathway that those steps take is called the mechanism. It's reducing the complex to the simple. The fifth question is, are two things linked? Can we find correlation between them? If so, it might show a special relationship. If we systematically vary x, and there's correlated variation in y, we can say that x and y are linked. The sixth question is, how do they compare? Comparison is extremely powerful. We want to quantify similarities and differences between two things. We haven't talked at all about answers, but a good place to start is the Google. Some of those questions are easy to find answers to, like number 1, but some of the other questions are going to require you to dig deeper into the Google, or maybe even use some new resources.